Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we've got some hypeness. The Dokkan Twitter literally just announced the new Dokkanfest, which should be dropping on Halloween or around very close to that. And we've got a Dokkanfest Lord Slug, and then a banner unit, which is his minion. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the animations, and then we are going to go ahead and look at their kit. So here are the animations here. Whoops, hold on one second. I'm going to mute that there. We don't need the noise. We're just going to mute that there. All right, so here's the minions. The kit actually looks pretty good. I did go ahead and read the kits of these units ahead of time. Okay, so that is the minion unit, and then this here is Lord Slug. Very cool, as he has an intro animation that goes immediately into a domain. So Lord Slug literally has a turn 1 domain, which I think is very good. We've seen some of these new hard fights. They have their territory skill, which is basically their version of a domain, and you can cancel it with yours. So this is what was kind of good about Int Broly that now Slug has, but he just instantly goes into it. So it's really nice. You can open with a good domain. It does help with domain clash as well, because a lot of units domains come later in the fight. So when you can open with the domain early like this, like literally turn 1, when Lord Slugs runs out, then you potentially go into another domain. And then it is also a giant form Lord Slug. So here's the giant form animations. I actually thought the giant form animations were really sick. So yeah, this is where it's exciting now on global, right? Because now literally this unit is going to be here in a couple of days. It's not like JP where it's like, all right, now, because I think this unit here we normally wouldn't get till like March or something like that. So that is super awesome. So there are the animations. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kits. So this is the banner unit. So it's Angela and Metamacha. Wow, that is a mouthful. Metamacha. Okay, there we go. I had to like stop for a minute and read that. So it's Angela and Metamacha. Okay, so that is the banner units. Now what you're going to notice is these units come with a new category called demonic power. And Lord Slug is very much focused on demonic power. I think this has a huge significance, mainly being that I think demonic power is going to be an important category because of Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Daima revolves around the demon realm, and therefore this is now a pretty much like demonic power you could almost think of as like a Daima villains category, because I think every Daima villain will have demonic power, and then it will be also several Dragon Ball Z characters like Lord Slug. But the reason why a new category like this is significant as well is people were talking about like Dabura is possibly being this Dokkanfest slot, right? But the issue with Dabura is he doesn't have enough relevant categories to be a Dokkanfest leader. Well, now by adding demonic power, and now we're gonna have like this Lord Slug, like they're building it up, right? Clearly. So Lord Slug, there could be other Daima characters, but then Dabura could be there as well. And the reason why Dabura has significance is because he's talked about heavily in Daima. He was the king of the demon realm. So they could either do a Z like a Busaga Dabura, or who knows, I would not be surprised if Dabura showed up in Daima in some way, shape, or form, right? So we'll have to see. So these guys have demonic power or join forces 130, not a big deal. It's just a side banner unit leader skill, not something you're going to use. But I do like their passive. It's key to attack and defense 150, high chance to dodge, so that's 50%. They get a additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Extreme class allies get key 1 and defense 30, plus another 1 key in attack and defense 30 for characters who are demonic power. So they are literally 2 key 60% attack and, well, okay, 2 key 30% attack and 60% defense for demonic power. So very, very good. 60% defense support, very good. Plus another attack and defense 40% up to 200, and chance to dodge 4% up to 20 with each attack performed. So basically, once they attack 5 times, they're going to have their full stat increase, and they're going to be 70% chance to dodge. And they do have a built-in additional, and the thing that's really good about this, it's with each attack performed, not each super attack performed. So additional normals will build this up. So turn 1, you attack, you get the guaranteed additional, you don't care if it's a super, and then if you proc hidden potential, that's 3 attacks turn 1. So you're 3/5 of the way there. And then they launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super starting from the turn in which they perform their 3rd super attack in battle. So If you get really lucky turn 1, you do your first super. If the second built-in here procs is a super and your hidden potential procs is a super, you can actually quad super turn 1 and get them 4/5 of the way done. So it is possible to build them up fairly quick. I think that's going to be kind of rare that happens, because you're looking for basically, let me see, a high chance. Yeah, you're looking for basically a 50% proc on this one, and then whatever your hidden potential is proc plus another 50% proc off of that. So it can happen, but I don't know that's going to happen a ton turn 1. But even getting like 3 attacks turn 1 is fine. Launches an additional, has a high chance of becoming a super starting from the turn in which, and then here's the bad thing, it actually gets cut off. So there's another built-in additional there, but I don't know what it is. And we won't know till the data download, but they do potentially have another one in there. Now it's going to be starting from the turn in which something happens. So my guess is it's probably not going to be turn 1, but we'll see. It could have something to do with them evading, because they do have dodge. So maybe once they evade like 2 attacks or something, they get another one. So it could be possible if that's a dodge proc, they dodge on slot 1 and then could possibly get 5 in 1 turn. I could see it, right? But we got most of the kit there. I might check. Oh, wait, here, they've got it right here. No, hold on. Yes, I think this is it. Never mind. They got the rest of the passive here. So we got it. So launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super starting from the turn in which the character performs the 3rd super, which we saw. Launches another additional, has a high chance of becoming a super starting from the turn in which the character performs the 6th super. Okay, so that won't happen turn 1. Launches an additional super if the target is stunned or super attack is sealed, or if there's an Earthbred Fighters category enemy when attacking. That can proc turn 1. So yeah, they've got a lot. And their super attack effect, I believe, does debuff. So we'll look here. Yeah, raises defense, supreme damage, and seals. So if they seal, if they can be sealed, yeah, they definitely could spout off 5 attacks in 1 turn with all of that stuff active. Kind of crazy. So yeah, looking pretty good. I mean, the big thing you're looking at with this unit is that they are a support unit and they can dodge. Like, just that alone is enough to make me kind of like them, right? Here's Lord Slug. So let's take a look at him. He's got a lot going on here, right? Actually, here, let me go back. We want to get to the leader skill. Yeah, so here's Lord Slug. He's extreme STR, has a domain. He has demonic power, inhuman deeds, finally like an inhuman deeds leader, like a real one, and movie bosses. So they gave him 3 leader skills, K3 and 170, and then the full 200 goes to terrifying conquerors and space traveling warriors. This is an excellent leader skill, because between demonic power and human deeds movie bosses, like most of the characters on there are going to end up on the 200, because most of those units are going to be space traveling warriors or terrifying conquerors. So that's going to hit a ton of units. This is a big buff for terrifying conquerors, which we needed, right? Some of those Frieza units that came out, that's definitely good. This, yeah, hit inhuman deeds. That's going to hit some of these like Frieza units. So like Easy A full power Frieza, this could be a spot for him, right? Where like he could like shine and be really good. That's super Easy A Frieza for sure. So his passive, he does an entrance animation and it's just guaranteed. So there's no condition for it. Attack 200 and reduces damage by 33% for the rest of the battle, and creates the domain for 3 turns from the character's entry turn when there's another 3 or more demonic power category allies on the team upon the character's entry. Okay, so there's a condition. So to do the entrance animation, get the domain, the whole shebang, you need 3 or more demonic power category allies on the team. That's super easy, because if you're just running Lord Slug with a friend, that's already 2. And then the third one, if you're desperate, could be the banner unit, but there's probably some other good demonic power category allies already in the game you could use, right? So I think it's going to be easy to hit that 3. But then immediately you're getting the permanent damage reduction, and you're getting the domain, and you're getting a big attack buff. You have to run him with 3 or more demonic power. I don't see you, like, he's not going to be good enough without all that stuff, right? Okay, he gets key 2 in attack and defense 200 and reduces damage by 33%. So with his entry skill up, he's going to be 66% just no condition damage reduction, right? Like, you meet that first condition and get that for the rest of the battle, though, then you just have that. So he's just chilling at 66% damage reduction. Launches an additional, has a great chance of becoming a super, plus another attack and defense 50 with each attack performed at the 200. He has Scouter within the character's attacking turn, starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack. So you receive 5 attacks and he's just got Scouter for the rest of the battle. This is ridiculously powerful. We've seen how powerful physical EZA Piccolo is with that Scouter. He doesn't have it right away. Slug won't, but guess what? During the domain's going to make him stronger, right? And then that's when he can maybe take some more hits, and then you're going to get Scouter. And if you're running double Slug, that's like running double physical EZA Piccolo. You're going to have Scouter up like the whole time. If you run a Slug on each rotation, you get them each their 5 hits and you just had Scouter. It's ridiculous. It's so powerful. So they're doing well with Slug because they're making him busted, which is what they need for, you know, this extreme class, maybe not as hype character. I think this is great. Okay. Recovers 6% HP when HP is 66% or less at the end of turn. Recovers 10% HP at the end of character's attacking turn. And all allies key +2. Well, we've got it here on the next page. Well, the domain is active. So at the end of the turn, he's going to get HP recovery and just all allies key 2 while the domain is active. So that's very good. He's got a little bit of support in there during the domain. And then he has an active skill. Can be activated if HP is 60% or less, or starting from the 4th turn. So, dude, 4th turn from start of battle, that's like instant. So pretty much the moment his domain is over, you can do the active skill, massively raise attack, and cause ultimate damage. That's awesome. So yeah, that's a very easy. So like you end the domain, you get that off. You're probably going to have Scouter at that point. Pretty dang crazy, right? Okay. And then this must be his giant form super attack, the Darkness Eye Beam. So raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does immense damage. Yep, so that must be his giant form ability. That's very cool. Okay, nice deal there. So there's Lord Slug. Looking very good, very spicy, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the Dokkan Twitter and see if they've tweeted out anything else. Because we're doing this live. Like I'm hitting this like pretty much right as it launched. So I wanted to get it out quick. And I wanted to see if there's anything else. I think that's it. That's all they've tweeted. So you guys will have to let me know like who you're hyped for. But what I think we should do, let's go ahead and hop in game quick. Let's talk about like who could like EZA here, right? So let me get my phone plugged in. We're kind of doing this on the fly. But now that we know like Slug is a thing, right? Let's see like what could... So team character list. So let's actually just look at Lord Slug units because there's a lot. Like, none of these have... Well, okay, this free-to-play unit has Easy Aid, but I think it's almost like 99.9% assured that this Lord Slug is going to Easy Aid. I don't know if we have any... I would have to check. I'm sure we've got some superclass characters that are from the Lord Slug movie. I would imagine that we do. But let's see. So he's buffing demonic power, so we might have to guess as to like who could be on demonic power. But let's just look for some other Easy Aids, because I would not be surprised if maybe they like... want to easy a Dobura unit or something, right? So let's look at Lord Slug here just to see what he's looking like. He's supreme damage and lowers defense. And then let me go into here. Yeah, his kit is basic, but this guy's gonna easy A. Attack and defense 80 and additional attack 50% for 5 turns after receiving an attack. So the fact that part of his passive wants him to get hit is actually a good sign, because they're gonna have to give this dude like some damage reduction or something. So I don't know, I think he just could be a good defensive unit, and having access to a giant form is actually quite powerful. Does his giant form have anything currently? No passive, like just nothing. They will give him a little something, I think, in there, like maybe guaranteed crits, or like, you know, has a chance to launch an additional super, or maybe he'll Rainbow Orb Chains. They'll give him a little something, but they typically don't go very heavy on the giant form passives. Let's just kind of look really quick. Let's just see, because I'm thinking of Dobura off the top of my head. Let's just see what Dobura units we have that could possibly easy, because once again, we're looking for demonic power buffs. And it looks like we're the only one that would be up for EZA is this guy. And this is the main Buu Saga one. I don't know that they will, because this guy is meant for Buu Saga, right? Here's the thing, though. So his passive is attack and defense 120, medium chance to stun for 2 turns. And then he's just Majin Buu Saga Extreme Class, key 2 and attack and defense 30. They actually, I could see them EZAing this guy, and they just say Majin Buu Saga or Demonic Power is probably what they would do, because then they're going to set up with another like good support unit for the demonic power team. Because the thing is they're going to need to buff demonic power quickly, because I don't think they're going to have a lot in game right now, right? Let's look and see. I'm just going to go to my box. Let's just look at character list. So team character list. Actually, I'm going to check here. I think I just literally on my phone, I think a tweet just came in on demonic power. So let me just see. I'm just going to go into here. I think somebody already data mined who is on demonic power, so I want to check on that quick. Once again, we're on the fly here because we're doing this live. Nothing there. Let me just see if I do this. Once again, we're doing this on the fly. Otherwise, I will just look at my box. I just want to see... Yeah, nobody's got the category. Because, see, the data download hasn't happened yet. So nobody's got the category yet. Because this is before the data download. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So we're going to try to figure it out ourselves here. So let's go character list. I think the best way to do it is let's just look at every extreme class. And I'll just quickly browse. Anybody... So it should be pretty easy to spot characters that would be like demonic power. Like... I don't think Zamasu would fall under demonic power. And I don't think a Boo character would. I could be wrong. I could maybe see that going either way. I don't think Frieza units will count. I don't think Baby would count. Broly, I don't think he doesn't sound like demonic power to me. Is anybody jumping out though as demonic power? Maybe Janemba. I think Janemba could be demonic power. It would make sense, especially because he originated in Hell, right, is where he was formed. I think Janemba, there's a good chance he's demonic power, which means, hold on, just saw another, well, we'll come back to that. But I think he would make a lot of sense for demonic power, and it would make sense that they just gave him a really busted easy A. So I would say this Janemba is going to be an instant slot in if indeed demonic power is there, which also... If they wanted to, I don't know that they would do a major easy A here, but they could like super easy A in Janemba or something crazy like that if he is on demonic power. But I think Janemba to me stands out. I think, oh, obviously Demon King Piccolo, which they just easy A'd this guy. So this guy is going to be a really good demonic power unit you can use. Oh, it's people liking my comment because I said I kind of called out that demonic powers for Daima and Dabura, and like people are seeing that comment and liking it. So that's good. My Twitter's getting some traction there. That's what all those Twitter posts coming in. But yeah, Demon King Piccolo literally has demon in the name, but almost a shoe-in. So I'm thinking Demon King Piccolo and Dabura, very good shoe-ins for the demonic power category. I don't think Bio Broly would fit the bill, but Janemba, yes. And so it could be small, but once again, the Demon King Piccolo Easy A and the Super Janemba Easy A, like those are two huge Easy A's to help fill out that team. So they do have recent buffs that players already will probably have in their box if you're veterans, right? Who else could be? I mean, I think some of these heroes characters maybe could be demonic power, but they're not going to be relevant. Yeah, like Mass Saiyan, like some of these, sure, there could be some demonic power in there. Makes sense, though, because Heroes is going to drop, right? So there's going to be more demonic power there, I think. I definitely could see that. This Babidi and Dabura could be demonic power. I just don't know. See, the thing is I think Babidi is going to throw it off, because I don't know that Babidi is demonic power, but maybe. So Babidi and Dabura is a maybe. I mean, once again, there's things where I could be wrong. Like, okay, oh yeah, Tech Janemba is another big premium Easy A they could do if they wanted to. I don't think they are going to do a premium Easy A during this celebration. And then obviously this Dabura, but I'm pretty sure he wants to be with Heroes. Oh wait, is he generic? Because this guy might be up for an Easy A this year for Heroes. Yeah, this guy is not dependent on a Heroes team. So, this Demon God Dabura Zeno, he definitely could be a slot in on the team after his Easy A, which I think he's due this year. I could be wrong on that, but I think he is due for Easy A this year. And then, yeah, I don't know. That might be it for the main demonic powers. Janembu, maybe, but he's not relevant, right? Yeah, for me, the big ones I'm thinking are gonna be like the Janemba unit and Demon King Piccolo. Piccolo Jr. I think could be just because he comes from Demon King Piccolo. Definitely Piccolo Jr. could be there. I don't know if like Sin Shenron, Omega Shenron would be considered demonic power. I don't know. I'm gonna say no on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were, I guess. It's going to be a small category, I'm going to tell you that right now, just because of the fact that they gave Lord Slug 3 categories. Now, I guess I need to think about it this way, right? The fact that they gave Lord Slug demonic power, maybe that does open up some things, because I don't really think of Lord Slug as a demon per se, right? So some of these evil characters, so that might, like, characters like Goku Black could potentially be on the table, because they're just very evil, right? It just depends on how they're defining. Meki Kabura, by the way, this guy probably will be on demonic power, and he's up for an EZA this year. So I think the timing of this is good, because we've got Daima, right? Which Daima is going to be a big part of it. Lord Slug needs demonic power. I think Janemba and Demon King Piccolo's EZAs were really choice for this. And then we have Dragon Ball Heroes coming out, and I think a lot of Heroes characters will fall under demonic power. So yeah, I think I'm going to pretty much call it right there. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's a certain character that you think will be on demonic power. Let me know if you have any other ideas for EZAs. And let me know if you're going to summon for Lord Slug and what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.